I would say that we need to look at George. And yes, George had that racist cop lynch him. But before George got to that corner, he was being suffocated by the policies of this nation. He lost his job in COVID. He didn't have decent unemployment, didn't have decent sick leave. He went to Minnesota to get a job. He got a service job, which we now call an essential job, but it didn't give him the essential things he needed. So by the time he got there on that corner, he was already being suffocated by the damages of this society. Therefore, if you're going to honor George, yes, we got to fix policing and have a federal law that makes it a federal case of murder if a policeman in the name of the state kills somebody. But we also got to address all the other things that were trying to suffocate and kill George. And that's why on June 20, 2020, you can go there, June 20, 2020, people can go.org. You're going to see that. You're going to see people coming together. And lastly, Oprah, in this moment, when we say, I can't breathe, I'm asking everybody from a deep spiritual place to remember that breath in the Bible is ruach. It's the breath of God. And that we have come from a people who have faced more than us. As ugly as what we saw on camera, we come from people who saw much more death and much more blood, and they didn't have anywhere, but somehow they opened themselves to the ruach, to breathe in them. And I'm asking us as a people to say, if I might be 48 hours from my last breath, because with COVID, any of us, no matter what money we have, no matter what titles we have, we could be 48 hours from our last breath. Or if I could be the victim of someone putting their knee on my neck, if I knew I had 48 hours of breath left, what would I use my last breath for? What kind of world, what kind of justice, what kind of healthcare, what kind of fight would I render against racism? And I'm asking us to live like we only have 48 hours of breath left. To take that, not morbidly, but seriously. You may live another 48 years, you may live another 58 years, but in this moment that we're in, it is important that the last breath that went out of George comes in us. And that all the breaths of the people who have died, that shouldn't have died, that went on those ventilators, that their breath comes into us. And we say, with everything we're gonna breathe more life into this democracy, because all this protest that we see is really justice trying to breathe. Equal protection under the law, trying to breathe. Providing for the common defense, trying to breathe, promoting the general welfare, trying to breathe, and the establishment of justice is just trying to breathe, and we've got to help it.
I'm excited to give you an update about our own YouTube channel. Now you can find new videos every day. They're the kind of videos that will make you look at life differently. They may even make you laugh a little bit. Subscribe to the OWN channel today, and we'll see you on YouTube.